Hello everyone, Neef here, and today we're going to do a spell. Alright, so this is for a client, and it's going to be kind of similar to a spell that I did last year, and I'll leave a card pop-up to that if you're interested. Yeah, so this spell is slightly different. So the previous spell was a binding and a blessing, and it was someone was actively causing harm in a situation for one of my clients, and I was doing a spell to protect my client and a spell to bind the perpetrator from doing any harm. So this is pretty similar. We're going to do the same sort of thing. However, there's a different slant to this. This is actually a psychic protection spell. That's for this for the client here, and a psychic binding for the perpetrator. So the situation here, in a nutshell, is that this person is threatening to cause psychic harm, like threatening curses on my client and their family, threatening all sorts of magical sort of things. And so quite likely, and is the case in most of these sorts of situations, this person is full of crap and probably doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. So in general, I would say, ignore these kind of people and don't worry about it. But, to be extra safe, I wanted to do a spell for my client to protect them on a psychic level, and also bind magically or psychically the perpetrator here. So for the protection spell here, I have a simple white candle. It's a nice votive here that I'm going to put right there, and I have 4 amethysts that I'm just kind of putting around here, and the amethysts are for psychic protection, and really a lot of purple is the general color associated with psychic abilities, or the spiritual, and so it's a bit of a spiritual protection here. Right, and similarly over here I have a black candle. Now this is a little black skull. And I actually got these, a pack of them from Michael's, like 2 Halloweens ago, 2 Samhains ago, and they had a bunch of candles like this, and then they had some little tea candles that had skulls on them too. So I got a couple packs of them because why not? And I think this might be the first time I'm actually using one of these. So I've had them for a couple of years. So yeah, so there we go. So we have that here. Now around this, I have 4 stones, and I went with black stones to absorb for banishing, binding, protection for others. But and I also have some snowflake obsidian here, just to in general, I'm looking for black stones for banishing and binding. So that's what we got there. All right, so for the herbs, so I have some herbs here. I have mugwort, which is great for any sort of psychic protection, and I'm actually going to use mugwort on both because this is a sort of magical psychic focused spell here. I also have, for the perpetrator here, Devil's Claw and Black Kohash. Both of those are for banishing. And I also went into my kitchen real quick and grabbed, because I didn't have packets of like chili powder and things like that. So I went into the kitchen and I grabbed some red pepper flakes, and I grabbed some chili powder. So hopefully my husband doesn't mind that I borrowed some kitchen stuff here. And I also have, for the protection side, I have some garden sage here, and some dead sea salt. I'm going to use all of this dead sea salt here, but I also have a package of ritual salt that I'll use on both, and that's more for cleansing. Also, to clear the space as we start, in fact, I'm going to light this now to help clear the space. This is some Palo Santo. Just lighting this real quick to kind of just cleanse this space. Here we go. right. Cleansing the space from any sort of negativity. All right. And I do have some sandalwood incense here, which I will light in a moment. The sandalwood is for psychic protection. Let's see. Now, I also have, for the perpetrator, I have 3 pins. And the colors don't matter too much, but I did grab 2 black and a purple. Purple is for the psychic stuff, and black is for the protection, and that will be used in the skull here. Don't worry, I am not causing any sort of harm to the perpetrator. I am binding them from doing harm. I also have, and this is on the other side of this piece of paper, a picture of the perpetrator, and I will be writing their name and their birthday information and all that stuff on here and folding it up. But I have it upside down for privacy with a little sticky with the information on there. And for the protection side, I do have a picture of the client to protect them. All right. So I have some psychic site oil here just to emphasize that this spell is specifically about psychic protection. All right, so I think before I start this, I've just lit that Palo Santo to clear off the space, and I have some cleansing water here just to further cleanse this space. All right, so, and I think that's essentially like Florida water. So there we go. To write on the perpetrator's picture, I have a purple pen and a black marker. So there we go. And for the protection side, I just have a purple pen. All right, so let's get this started. I'm going to light this sandalwood. And I'm going to take a few moments, probably pausing my video here, to just get into the mindset of the spell, take a few deep breaths, center myself. All right, so, all right, I'm going to pause the video and I will be back in a moment, though no time will have passed for you. Okay, so I've done my my breathing and centering and grounding, and I've actually already started the spell a little bit because I've made the petition for the client that I'm doing the spell for. I'm going to blur out the image here, but basically this is a picture of the client, and written across 3 times is their name. And then I've turned it clockwise once and wrote all the way across there my intentions. So this person is protected by magic. Psychic harm cannot be done to this person. All psychic attacks bounce off of this person and are returned to the sender. This person cannot be harmed by magic. So that's what I wrote. And then I turned it again clockwise and signed my name all the way across about 5 times. And 5 times that's a protection number. So I've signed my name across it 5 times. That is because I am the I am the person doing the spell, so I'm basically signing my work. Now, since this is a protection spell, I am going to fold it toward me. Oh, and I also put 5 dots of the psychic site oil across for the protection. So, toward me once. Turn it toward me again. And turn again and toward me again. All right, so I have the petition now for the client, and that I'm going to place underneath the bowl here. So that is the petition for the client. Now I'm going to do this spell after I finish this one. So let's move this one out of the way for the moment. And we'll move this to the center. We have this here. Now, I'm going to hold these amethysts in my hand here and imbue them with energies of psychic protection. These stones are surrounding this candle to represent my client. They bring psychic protection to my client. My client is protected and safe. No harm can be done to them or their family. All psychic attacks or all magical attacks are bounced off of them and returned to the sender. All right, so put those around here. All right, so now what I'm going to do, since this is a nice simple one here, I'm going to grab some mugwort here for the psychic energy here. All right, a good amount of this mugwort. This mugwort brings psychic protection to my clients. No harm can be done to them. No psychic attacks can be done to my client. All right. And I put that around there in a clockwise manner. And the same thing here for the garden sage. This is just a general protection herb. My client is protected. There is a barrier around my client. They cannot be attacked psychically or magically. No one can penetrate this barrier. All right. And finally, I'm going to put this Dead Sea Salt here as a cleansing agent. All right, so and I'm putting it all around. I'm kind of putting it on the outer edges of this, and I'm using all of this because there was not very much of this. And I am actually going to use a little bit of the other salt that I have here as the same sort of thing, just an added layer of protection. And there's also some other herbs and stuff in here. So my client is protected. I'm really going all out with this salt here to really protect this client. All right, there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead, oh, and I forgot to do this real quick. So we got the Psychic Sight oil just to put around this candle here. There we go. All right, now we got it all. All right. My client is protected from all magic. If anyone tries to penetrate the circle of protection around my client, any attack will be sent back to them. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and light this. Make sure the wick is right above here. All right, so I'm going to let that go. This is the protection spell part of this, and I'm going to let this go. I'm going to put it over here, and now we're going to bring the other spell over here. And here's the petition. All right. Okay, so we got that one. Now we got to do this one, the hefty one. All right, we're going to move these out of the way here. Now I am going to do this a little bit differently than the other. The other one was nice and simple. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated. I'm going to write the petition on the picture itself. I'm going to write the person's name and their birth date, which I have, and I'm going to write that 3 times. Then I'm going to turn it counterclockwise, where the other petition I did clockwise. This one I'm turning counterclockwise. And then I am going to write several things about basically all the negative things that's going to happen to this person if they try to cause actual psychic harm to people. If they actually try to do magic for harm, there's going to be some pretty serious consequences. Now, I am not saying that this person is going to get hurt. I'm not that kind of witch. There are plenty of videos online if you want that kind of stuff. I am not looking for harm to be done to this person. However, I am looking for whatever harm they try to cause others will be sent back to them. So, basically, whatever's going to happen to this person is whatever sort of energy they try to send out, and this is of a psychic nature, of a magical nature. Now, I will reiterate that I don't think this person knows what they're doing. I don't think this person can actually cause any sort of harm on a witchcraft level. I don't think this person knows what they're doing, and and that's good, because we don't want harm to actually be done to anyone. But this, if they do try to cause actual serious harm, whatever they try to send out is going to come right back to them. So yeah, and I want them to think about those consequences. So I'm going to write that across here. So think about, stop and think about it. And that's also why I'm going to be putting these pins in the head, because I want this person to think about what they're doing, and to reconsider and say, you know what, it's not worth it. I'm going to let it go. That sort of stuff. So that's what's going to go on this petition. And then I will turn it again counterclockwise, and just like with the other petition, I'm going to sign my name across it 5 times. 5 points of a pentacle. That's kind of the where I'm getting the 5 here. All right, and then after that, I will do the same sort of thing with the psychic site, with the 5 dots of the oil across here. All right, so, I'm going to write their name with the purple pen, and what's going to happen to them with the big black marker here. So, all right, so I'm going to do that off camera so that their image is not on the screen. And yeah, all right. Okay, so I have done this, and I'm going to blur this out when I edit here, but I have written the person's name across and their birth date, then turned it counterclockwise and wrote in big black marker that this person has no power. Any attack this person sends out is sent right back to them. Any attack that this person sends out, is done right back to them. They're bound from doing harm. They have no power. So that's basically what I wrote here. And then I turned it again counterclockwise and wrote and signed my name across. Now, the previous petition I folded toward me. Now, because I'm sending this out, it's being turned away from me. So this person is bound from doing any harm to themselves or harm to other people. I'm going to turn this counterclockwise. This person is bound from doing any harm to themselves or harm to other people. And one more time, counterclockwise. This person is bound from doing harm to themselves or harm to other people. All right, and I'm actually going to put this straight underneath this this skull. I'm going to bring this closer to me now. The skull represents this person, and I'm going to say their name, but I'm going to cut out the sound during the parts that I say this person's name, okay? This skull represents can do no harm, no powers, He has no ability to cause any sort of psychic harm. Cannot harm themselves. They cannot harm other people. They have no power. Okay. Now I'm putting these stones here to absorb any negative energies that this person sends out. Now, one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put the pins in the back of the skull. And this might seem scary, but it's basically anytime this person thinks about causing harm to other people, whether that's psychic harm or physical harm or emotional harm, anything like that, it's going to hurt the brain. Feel that pain that it wants to send out. And it's going to prevent them from sending that energy out. This person is bound from doing any harm. Any harm that they want to cause is going to cause them pain. So they're going to rethink anything that they want to do that's going to be negative toward other people. This person needs to focus on themselves and not worry about other people. Let go of that anger. Let go of that wanting to do harm. This person cannot cause harm. They are bound from doing harm. This person has no power. Anytime they think about or try to send out negative harm, they will feel that in their head and they will rethink what they're doing. All right, I'm going to put some of this psychic oil around this candle. All right, good amount of it on there. So same energy here with the mugwort for the psychic energy. And I'm going to put this counterclockwise. All right, there we go. Also have some black cohosh here, also for banishing. This person just needs to be banished from my client's life. Their negativity is banished. Their want to do harm is banished. Same thing here with the Devil's Claw. We had black cohosh and Devil's Claw. Both of those are for banishing negative thoughts, banishing that desire to do harm. And now the chili powder and the chili flakes here, this is what's actually going to cause this person to feel pain if they try to do harm. So and I don't use this lightly, but if it actually goes through and tries to cause psychic harm to other people, they will feel pain. They will rethink their stance. Everything will cause this person actual pain if they try to hurt other people. And to keep all this contained and to help clear this person's mind, because I don't want this person to be harmed. I don't want this person to feel pain. I don't want this person to hurt. We're going to cleanse this with some of that salt, and I am going to put this around clockwise as a sort of barrier of protection for this person and a cleansing of their negativity from their mind. So So we don't want harm to be caused to this person at all. But if they cause harm, we've got these chili flakes, we've got this chili powder, we've got all of this, we've got these pins that are really going to make this person rethink what they're doing. All right. Now, I'm going to spend just a moment here to take some deep breaths and really focus that energy. Do no harm and is bound from doing harm. Any harm he actually causes or tries to cause will be sent back to. I want to rethink negative emotions, rethink anger, direct it toward healing, direct it toward moving on. Is going to let go of that anger. All right, so I am going to let that go for a while. Bring this back over here. So here we go. We've got our psychic protection spell here, and we've got the banishing binding spell here so that this person cannot cause any sort of magical harm toward other people. So no psychic harm, no generational curses, nothing like that. This person has no power. And this client is protected from all psychic attacks. Anything that comes their way, they are protected. Anything that comes to them is bounced off of them and goes to the sender. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.